The living room was soaked in soft morning light, the sheer curtains swaying faintly with the breeze from the half-open balcony door. You sat curled up on the couch, hands wrapped around your favorite mug, sipping your tea slowly, letting its warmth seep into your cold fingers. Across from you, Jungkook sat at the desk near the window, his laptop open, voice low but firm as he spoke into his headset. His black hair fell slightly into his eyes, but he didn't push it back. The weekend clearly meant nothing to him, not when work always seemed to be his priority. You let your eyes linger on him for a moment too long. The sharp line of his jaw, the curves of his lips when he spoke, the way his sleeves were rolled to his forearms, veins visible as he typed something quickly. You were his wife on paper, yet every day you felt more like a polite roommate. Taking another sip, you looked away. Before he could catch your gaze, he never really looked at you these days. Send the file to my mail. I'll review it before the board meeting. Jungkook's deep voice carried through the quiet room. A pause. No, I don't care if it's the weekend. Make it happen. You shifted in your seat, the steam from your tea brushing against your lips. There was a time, or maybe you only imagined it, when you thought marriage meant conversations over breakfast, stolen touches in the kitchen, mornings spent together in warmth. But in the 4 months since your wedding, the two of you had never once woken up tangled in each other's arms. Jungkook's meeting ended with the click of his laptop. He leaned back in his chair, finally pulling off the headset. For a second, you thought he might say something to you. Instead, he checked his phone. You have ended the meeting, you asked softly, not sure why you were even trying. His eyes flickered to you, unreadable. Later, silence again. The unspoken words between you hung heavier than the morning air. You took another sip of tea, the taste dull now. Some marriages were cold because of fights. Yours was cold because of nothing at all, an emptiness you couldn't reach across, no matter how close you sat. And as you watched Jungkook type something into his phone, your heart whispered the question you could never say out loud. Will you ever really look at me, or will I spend this marriage being invisible? You set your empty mug on the coffee table, fingers tapping against the ceramic as you studied him from across the room. He was back at his laptop again, scrolling through something with the same focused frown he always wore. It wasn't anger you felt, it was something heavier. Loneliness maybe, a quiet edge that had been building since the day you moved into this apartment. Jungkook, you called softly. He hummed in acknowledgement but didn't look up. You hesitated, your voice quieter this time. Do you have someone in your life? His hand still on the keyboard. Slowly, he lifted his head, brows drawing together. What? Someone you can open up to, you clarified, your tone flat but hiding the sharp sting in your chest. Someone you'd actually want to share things with. His eyes darkened, clearly caught off guard. Why are you asking me this? Forget it. You cut him off, standing up before he could finish. I already know the answer. You moved toward the hallway, your footstep quick as if distance could hide the crack in your voice. But you didn't leave without letting the bitterness slip. Go back to your meetings, Jungkook, to your business, whatever it is that keeps you so busy you can't even see me as your wife. Or maybe you paused at the doorway, turning just enough for your words to hit. Maybe you never even wanted to. You didn't wait to see his reaction. Behind you, the room went still. Jungkook sat frozen, staring at the empty space where you'd stood, jaw tense, his hand curling into a fist on the desk. For the first time in months, his work didn't feel so important. Your room was dark except for the warm glow of the bedside lamp. You sat on the edge of the bed, knees pulled up to your chest, trying to muffle the sound of your quiet sobs into the sleeve of your sweater. The knock on the door was soft but firm. Ryan, his voice carried through, low and hesitant. You didn't answer. A moment later, the door opened, and Jungkook stepped inside. His usual composed expression was gone, replaced with something more unreadable, a mix of guilt and uncertainty. He stood there for a moment, as if debating whether to come closer, then finally sat on the chair across from your bed. "You were crying," he said quietly. You wiped your face quickly, avoiding his gaze. "I'm fine." "No, you are not." His voice was steady, but there was a tightness underneath. "Talk to me." Your lip trembled. The word broke before you could stop them. "I want to be treated like your wife too, Jungkook. Not just someone who lives in the same house." He leaned forward, resting his elbow on his knees, his eyes locked on yours, and for once they didn't look cold. "You don't lack anything, YM," he said. You gave a humorless laugh. "That's the problem. You think this is about money or comfort or the apartment. I'm talking about you." His jaw tightened, and then, after a long pause, he spoke. "You're right, it's not you who lacks anything. It's me." You blinked at him, caught off guard. "I've been afraid," he admitted. His voice lowered now, almost as if he was confessing something he'd never told anyone. "We don't know each other yet. Not really, and I don't want to rush into something and make you feel trapped. I wanted you to be comfortable first. To trust me first." "Comfortable," you whispered. "It's been months, Jungkook, and all this distance just makes me feel unwanted." His gaze softened, "And for the first time since your wedding, you saw the man behind the business suits and meetings. Vulnerable, unsure, human. I do want you," he said quietly, the words heavy in the air. "More than I should admit. I'm just holding back." The silence between you was different now, charged, fragile, on the edge of something that could change everything.